Hello everyone, that Manga Kid here to give a review of Cross Game, the 17 volume series which was put out in omnibuses by Viz. Um, this is a bit of an older series. It's by Mitsuru Adachi, so there are 8 of these omnibuses, the first one being a 3-in-1, the rest of them being 2-in-1 omnibuses. Um, this series is so good. Not enough people are talking about this. This is one I've had my eye on for years and just never. It was always something that ended up on the bottom of the list. I'd put it in my cart and then choose something else instead. And I'm so glad I finally got it all and have finished reading it. This was amazing. This is obviously, as you can tell, probably by the baseballs, or the baseball, I guess there's only one, and the baseball uniforms. This is a sports manga about baseball. Our main character is Ko Kitamura, is the boy that's on all the covers. Um, this is a slice of life series that follows Ko from when he is a young child right up until his end of high school. Um, and it's the story of him and his growing love for baseball, his friendships, his romantic relationships, family, and it's just it's heartbreaking and heartwarming and really really beautiful. It's I don't want to spoil anything, so I want people to go and read this if you haven't. It is so good. I'm not that into sports manga. I'm not really into baseball. I was as a child, but not enough to be able to tell you much of what baseball's about. I just liked to play baseball with my dad when I was a kid. And so, for someone who, as an adult, I have no interest in sports, for this manga to really pull me in, and even during all the sports, like the baseball games, um, be so engrossed, and I want to know who's going to win, and I want to know, who's hitting home runs and who's pitching, and like it just all is so well done. I was so impressed with this. It grabbed me right from the beginning. I had heard this talked about as like it's a sports manga, slice of life, family story with some romance, and I'd always heard the people who did talk about it, I've heard nothing but good things. And I knew that this was going to be something I would enjoy. I didn't think I was going to enjoy it as much as I did, and I surely wasn't. I didn't know anything about it really, the story. So I was surprised at the different plot points and things because I didn't know anything about it, and it was I did I didn't necessarily cry, but I definitely teared up at many different points throughout this series. I This one really really grabbed me, um, and the relationships in this story are really really beautiful and really uh like you just want these people to be happy. You just wish the best for them. It seems kind of like a small town vibe. Ko's family owns a local sports store, and uh, the sisters, who are all on this cover here, um, are their family owns a restaurant and a batting cages center. Um, and there's some other kids locally whose family own local stores and whatnot, and it's just got this really beautiful small town vibe to it that's really nice. The art is wonderful. I really really love it. um, I also really like the paneling. I find that um, the way that the panels are done is really nice. Now I'm just trying to find like I like the way that they'll do like the diagonal kind of paneling, It's really exciting. I think it's fresh and it keeps things it just helps the flow of the story, honestly, especially during the games. But you'll see these really beautiful, like, nature kind of scenes and whatnot. The characters are really, like, they're quite unique, I think, to this mangaka, but they are really nice. I enjoy the way that the characters look. Um, yeah, and you get like some really nice buildings and things like that. And what I like about like the baseball games, they're just exciting and quick. Like this manga is very fast to read, despite how much is in these 8 volumes. There's 17 volumes, I guess, in total. Uh, it's really quick to read because there's not a lot of dialogue. It's a lot of just scenic pictures. A lot of the scenes as well, because of how much time is covered in these 17 volumes. Uh, there's a lot of times when it's just the pictures telling the story and there's no dialogue at all, and you're just watching a scene play out without any dialogue, which I thought was really well done. And there's not I think that that is the sign of a true, like, really, really good storyteller in manga, is if you can just have the pictures convey what you want in terms of the emotion of the characters, in terms of the story itself, to have several pages with no writing on them at all and still be able to know exactly what's going on and the feelings that you're supposed to be feeling from that scene is really impactful and powerful. And I really enjoyed that with this. Um, I just what really drives this is the relationships of the characters, and it's, the baseball team. You have Alba, who's this girl here on most of the covers, who can't play on the team because she's a girl, but she is the best player that there is, and you watch her kind of do her best to help the team while being so frustrated that she can't play because she's a girl, she can't play in official games, but she's such a valued member of the team because she helps everybody else. And Ko and Alba's relationship of their kind of they've known each other their whole lives, and they have this very kind of tense relationship because she thinks he's an idiot and he just sees her as this like tomboy kind of sisterly figure, I guess. Um, it's just really, really. It's a fun series. It's heartbreaking. It's exciting. It's like I'm on the edge of my seat with this, and this is a fictional baseball game. Like it's so exciting. I couldn't turn the pages fast enough to try and find out what was going to happen next. And it's definitely one that I binge read. I bought the first 3 volumes. I read them all pretty much in one sitting, and then I managed to get my hands on the rest of them. And I literally, as of like right before this video, finished the final 3 volumes. I just read them all in one sitting, and I highly, highly recommend this. Whether or not you're a sports manga fan, this has everything. It's got sports, it's got romance, it's got friendships, family, it's got tragedy, it's got everything that you could want, all wrapped up in here. Slice of life, small town, like, it's just so well done. The art's beautiful. Everything about this series was so fantastic, and I will absolutely enjoy rereading this in the future because I was really blown away and surprised. I'm actually quite surprised that we don't have anything else, to my knowledge, by Mitsuru Adachi, and it seems to me that this did not sell very well, um, because these are all from like 2008 or something to through 2012 or so, and these are all first edition of the English release that I got from Chapters now, um, which means that I guess in Canada at least, or this didn't really get a reprint. So I don't know if in the States it got reprinted at any point, or but it just kind of surprises me that not many more people were picking this up. And I guess unfortunately that means that Mitsuru Adachi is not as popular here. But I have heard some other folks, as I was showing these in my halls, say that, they're happy to see someone pick it up, and hopefully in the future we'll get more of Mitsuru Adachi, because this was a really beautiful series, and I'm curious now to see what other stuff this mangaka has done. So, anyway, if you can get your hands on this, absolutely please do. It was so wonderful. Highly, highly recommend it. If you've read Cross Game, please let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear them. If you have any questions, as always, leave them down below. Thanks for watching.